أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله إن الحمد لله نحمده سبحانه ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا ومتعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا ما أحييتنا واجعله الوارث منا واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا وانصرنا اللهم على من عادانا اللهم ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا اللهم ولا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك ولا يرحمنا يا رب العالمين. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات تواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate, the most merciful, all praise and thanks are due to him, and peace and blessings be upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him, and he who is misguided, no one can guide him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descend his mercy upon every single person of us, and may Allah send the mercy on the souls of those beloved to us whom we have lost and they passed away. Allahumma ameen. Yesterday I was invited as a guest speaker to one of the Canadian universities. You know, there is the SMA and sometimes there is the clubs inside the universities. So it happened the Muslim club, the Christian club, and the Jewish club, they agreed upon to make something like a small mini conference on interfaith dialogue. So the Jewish club, they decided to choose a specific representative to speak on behalf of Judaism. The Christians did the same. Muslims, Jazahumullah khair, they asked me to be speaking on behalf of Muslims. And it was not a dialogue between religions, it was like a dialogue about some specific issues, how the followers of each faith would deal, or their attitude, or how they understand these things. So it was a very nice, peaceful, academic gathering. Now, we were asked, three of us, 10 questions. So each question we were given an average of 5 minutes to answer. One of the questions, it was really very hot topic, and really I did my best to cover it in a few minutes, but however, I felt maybe it's good to elaborate, to explain it more in this khutbah, to try to have this kind, inshallah, to convey the benefit. The question was, each one of us, Jews, Christians, and Muslims, what are the most misconceptions that you feel against your faith? When I was asked this question as someone who is expert in comparative religions, traveling around the world, I have visited 26 countries, more than 280 cities, and I did teach in 12 countries. I have a lot of experience about the concept of misconceptions about Islam. However, I told them the 4 most misconceptions that I personally always face wherever I go. Number 1, women are oppressed in Islam. Number 2, why hijab? What is the problem? You Muslims all the time, hijab, hijab, hijab. And you know, most of them, they use the term head scarf. So many of them, they keep asking, what is the problem, for God's sake? You are all the time making this trouble just for a scarf to cover the hair. Why? It's so sacred for you. Number 3, Islam was spread by sword. Number 4, Muslims are terrorists. This is the most common, and I know you know them, but I'm telling practically what I used to face with the students, people in the streets, airports, universities, wherever I go. If something to be highlighted about a misconception of Islam, it must be one of these 4. It must. So I had just a few minutes to answer. I did my best, but I said maybe it's good to share my experience with you in case you were sitting somewhere with an academic context, normal context, socializing with someone out of nowhere, something pop up just in your face, such and such. How to deal with such things? Because normally these things need time. Each point needs, from an academic point of view, an average hour. Because you need to lay the foundation of the concept, the historical, the evidences, why, when, how. So how to deal with out of nowhere someone is asking you. Now, providing that we consider we have the good intention that the one who's asking this is seeking the truth. I'm not talking about the one who's attacking, forget. This is an exceptional cases. I'm asking about the majority of the people, they are nice. However, brainwashed. The majority of people, nice. However, misled. That's why we call them misconceptions. So, let's consider the one who's asking, this is the only thing that he has in his mind. This is the only thing he has witnessed in tens or hundreds of Hollywood movies. Or this is the only news that he listened for hundreds of times from a media such as Fox News. Okay, so you know, the repetition for something all the time, it will make it as if it is reality, because this is the only thing that you know. Providing that, or having said that, let's consider with a good sense the one who's seeking the truth. You have a limited time, someone said this in your face. What is my advice as someone who is involved in such? Now, women are oppressed in Islam. I have tens of answers, but we are not in academic lecture. However, what can you do? First advice. First advice, please do your best before I give you the advice. What I'm saying, what I'm doing now is completely built on the concept that you are already concerned about your religion and you do your best to keep reading and listening for the ilm, or otherwise you can do nothing. Okay, which means you have this kind of big passion inside yourself that you want to be ready when something happens. So you need to seek the ilm, you need to seek the knowledge. You know the concept of input, output. Someone is asking you, you need to give something, output. If there is no input, common sense, computer, laptop, you want a very good paper, you need to input, you need to write, you need to type, you need to do something, you need to give a command. The output does not come without input. Any factory, you need basic ingredients, final products. Okay, if you want final products, you have to have basic ingredients. In our case, basic ingredients, keep a line in your life. Listen to videos for scholars, read, sit on your knees, with whatever. You know, now the accessibility for knowledge has become much more better than any time before. I remember myself when I did my master's degree in 1989. 1989, we used to use the concept of the cards to find the books, to have a look, because we have 1 million book in one of university at that time, 1 million volume. To find something related to your topic, you need to go, you know, specific, to open the drawers, to keep searching in the cards, you keep search. Maybe the youth will not understand what I'm talking about, but it was manual and very tough. To find 5 books related to your possible topic, it could take you a full day to look through, let's say, for example, 15 shelves with around 1,000 books. Now, the whole library of Jordan University, which is about 2 million volumes, you can have it in your flash memory. You just put smart keyword of search, everything is there. You just go and have them. Don't go even to have them. You just do what? Have them PDF files in your laptop. Go and read. So it's amazingly, you can, I mean, the accessibility to the knowledge. And I to remind you, even though our religion is based on the concept وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Verily indeed, I have not created the jinn and the human being but to worship me. Yet, the first ayah was not to worship. First ayah was not أعبد. First ayah was not أسجد, prostrate. It was what? اقرأ. If there is no knowledge, no ibadah, or at least no true ibadah, false ibadah. Okay? Building on that, let's come. Now, women are oppressed in Islam. How can I deal with this? Second advice. Second advice, do your best always to make comparisons. Don't just keep saying, hey, no, wait. The opponent, the person who's listening to you, basically, he has a departure point. In his mind, there is a criterion to judge. This person is coming from somewhere. This somewhere could be, for example, a way of thinking could be, for example, I'm a religious person, and he's asking me as a Muslim about women in Islam, and he is holding the view that my religion does oppress women. So this is a religious context. The person in front of me, for example, could be an atheist who does not believe in metaphysics, who does not believe in God or anything in the ghaib, unseen, and he could be a secular who believes in the existence of God. He knows that there are religions, but he decided to lead a life of full detachment in his political, social life apart from religion, any religion. And he could be a religious person. He could be a Hindu, and this religious person could be following a man-made religion or a heavenly religion. He could be a Jew or a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu or a Buddhist, whatever. This is the main categories that anyone asking you this question could be following or has a criteria in his mind when he's talking with you. So, quick answer, because I have no time. Someone's saying, women are opposed to Islam. What was the simple answer? I said, look, to the best of my knowledge, and this is an accurate number, I took it from the head of the European Council of Muslims. The last 30 years, nearly more or less, 75% of new Muslim reverts or converts, they are women. Period. Women are oppressed. Okay. Europeans, they are proud that they have freedom of speech, freedom of thinking, democracy, liberalism, everything. They are proud. No one is pushing anyone to think or to do. They have individualism. They have privacy, independence, everything. So you, now what you say, you throw the ball into his side. You say, you are talking, okay, I will not discuss history. I will not discuss faith. I ask you, if that's true, how come 75 out of every 100 women they convert to Islam, they are females? You answer me. This could be like a methodology, one of the very simple answer to push the person, because I have no time, to push them. Really? Yes. Oh, not basis. You think about it. What basis? If I kept asking you, wallahi, media is biased, maybe you will not trust me. Wallah, I say, I'm telling you, there's big lies. This is not the reality of Islam. The proof for this, when they study Islam, they decide to become Muslims. But she's enjoying nude peaches. She's enjoying her sexuality. She's enjoying being beautiful. Bikini. You know something. She's enjoying drugs. Why she decided to leave all of these things? I'm not giving answers. I'm not giving details. I'm not quoting the Quran or Sunnah. I'm just throwing something. If that's true, what do you think about this? Period. As a methodology sometimes, how to prepare yourself, whether to help others to understand or to defend. It depends, but be ready, okay? Second one, hijab. Why hijab? Simply, you need you and I to understand the concept, because there's a misconception, not just between non-Muslims, even for Muslims themselves. Brothers and sisters, please fix it in your mind and try to spread it. When we say hijab, we are not discussing a piece of cloth which is the headscarf. Hijab is a concept. It's a package of actions. Hijab contains covering the head, covering the body with loose and transparent white clothes. It contains not using the perfume outside. It contains not using the makeup outside. It contains the way of talking. وَلَا تَخْضَعْنَ بِالْقَوْلِ. It contains the way of walking. وَلَا يَضْرِبْنَ بِأَرْجُلِهِنَّ لِيُعْلَمَ مَا يُخْفِينَ مِنْ زِينَتِهِنَّ. Like the high heels, when you keep, like this, it's a concept of maintaining the privacy of the woman, the sexuality of a woman, the independence, private affair of a woman individual. No one in the street has any right to get into this entity. This is hijab. It's not a headscarf. It's a concept. So you need to understand when you cite it, make correction for the misconception. So we are not, fighting or something, just no. Now, part of the problem, let Muslims know, may Allah forgive them, we have millions of sisters, Muslim sisters. They have very tight jeans, very tight body, tons of different makeups with a headscarf. That's why they take the misconception, because many Muslimat, may Allah forgive them, they go with tight jeans, tight everything. The shape of her body completely is revealed, but with headscarf. So sometimes I don't blame others with this misconception. So however, those sisters, may Allah forgive them, but they are not wearing the hijab, the proper hijab. They are violating the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You need to tell Muslimat themselves what are true. When others say, excuse me, this sister, may Allah forgive her, but she does not represent what Allah wants. This is not the hijab. It's a concept. Talking, walking, loose, untransparent, makeup, perfume, and headscarf. It's an attitude. Okay? So when someone asks you, with 2-3 minutes, so okay, sorry, so we don't become crazy just because of headscarf. No. It's a concept of how males and females, out of respect, when they walk in the street. I remember in this context, a lawyer in the UK, when I was doing my PhD, she was asked, she was a non-Muslim, British Anglo-Saxon, white British Anglo-Saxon, who used to be very rich, very well known in the media, very powerful, and she was a lawyer. In many Western countries, a lawyer could be much more powerful than prime minister in some countries. So she decided to become a Muslim. She converted to Islam. So I remembered, a meeting with her on the BBC. So the British presenter, her name is Sarah. Says, Sarah, okay, let's jump from the idea that you decided to change your faith. This is your private affair. I will not interfere in this. But can you tell us, why did you decide to wear the hijab? This is his accent was, because I remember it completely, because I was shocked with her answer, I myself. As a da'iyah, as a preacher, because as a man, by the way, whatever we do, we can't feel the real feeling of the true heroes in Islam, women who are wearing the hijab, because they are exposed 24/7. Everyone knows them. If anyone wants to hurt them, easily. For us, 90% of us, you can walk on the street and no one knows whether you are a Muslim or a Jew or a Christian. But they exposed, highlighted completely. They are the real heroes. Anyway, look what was her answer. This happened with me about 25 years ago. She said, I decided to wear the hijab to tell everyone in the street that I am not a sexual object. I want everyone in the street, when he deals with me, when he speaks with me, to deal with me according to my personality, my character, not according to my body. My short skirt is not the criterion for my value in your eyes. No. Go away. I'm a human being. Look, she's a British white Anglo-Saxon. She realized the core concept of the message of the hijab. I derived from her words, something has my own words. It's as if she's saying part of the message of the hijab. When a Muslim woman walks in the street, as if she's telling every male, including Muslims, hey, I'm not yours, go away. no right to have access. Go and look for someone else, not me. This is the core message. I'm just giving you examples. My point was not the hijab itself. My point was not my point was how to prepare yourself when you are faced with something huge and big. To be prepared, you must be prepared. You must think. You must prepare. You must keep imagining, what if someone asked me, how can I answer? The processing system in your heart, in your mind, your reading, questioning, you will be ready. Exactly like the firemen. Firemen, they are ready. Complete costume, uniform, everything. When they receive the call, even the address, they take it while they are walking with their truck. They don't, the fire person, when they receive a call, a fire, they go, okay, hi boss, where would you like me to go? Oh, okay, to Mississauga. No. He's already outside of the car. Someone is calling, okay, where should we go? Already they moved. Ready. Stand by. This is how we should. How? Look to what we have highlighted from the very beginning. Passion, intention, readiness, keep thinking, and Allah will you give the guidance. جزاكم الله خير. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فيا فوز المستغفرين. استغفر الله. إن الحمد لله نحمده سبحانه ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. Respected brothers and sisters, finally and finish before the dua, I need to remind myself, to keep reminding you, what I'm talking about is not an option. It's a compulsory act of worship. Allah decided to let the Last Testament be the final revelation for people. There is Old Testament, New Testament, Last Testament. Last Testament, Allah clearly has said, كافة للناس بشيرا ونذيرا. We have sent you to every single human being on earth, O Muhammad, the meaning of the ayah. So once Allah has bestowed His ni'mah upon you and your parents, you were born a Muslim or you converted to Islam, you have already received the gift of Allah. The gift is not for you because you are an Arab or a Somali or a Pakistani or an Afghani. No. It's just by the ni'mah of Allah. The least compulsory act of worship, that this treasure should be known by others, should be conveyed to others with the best manner. So please, let's just leave this place with one idea. It's my duty to understand Islam and spread the word of Islam, because many others, Jannah is waiting for them through my channel. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وعافنا واعف عنا وارحمنا فوق الأرض وتحت الأرض ويوم العرض عليك يا كريم. اللهم إنا عبيدك أبناء عبيدك أبناء إمائك نواصينا بيدك ماض فينا حكمك عدل فينا قضاؤك. نسألك بكل اسم هو لك سميت به نفسك أو أنزلته في كتابك أو علمته أحدا من خلقك أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك أن تجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا وجلاء أحزاننا وذهاب همومنا وغمومنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارحم والدينا ووالد والدينا وأصحاب الحقوق والواجبات علينا ومن أخطأنا بحقه ومن أساء إلينا ومن أسأنا إليه. اللهم اغسلهم بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقهم من الآثام والخطايا كما ينقى الثوب الأبيض من الدنس. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. وأقم الصلاة.